shout out to him for he took me and Rebecca and his girlfriend a couple years ago to the nude beach.
Whoa.
Denny Blaine. I don't even know if it's open anymore.
I think it is. I think they were trying to shut it down.
But the cool, back to talking about like Mexicans that love to go to parks and do sex stuff. So you got this nude beach, and then there's like kind of like a hill that you can sit atop, and there'd just be like 6 or 7 like gang banging like Chicano type Mexican dudes, and they had like baggy jeans on, and they just sit there and like hold their while they watched everybody. And I was like, these guys, this is like what life is like.
Comedy Simp, the podcast you can't resist. Stephen Michael James, the host you won't wanna miss. From Seattle to the world, his humor will persist. Join the fun, get ready to enlist.
Yeah, and that's a staple.
Oh yeah, we should do this. Check this out. Here we go. Comedy Simp.
Take 1.
Whatever. All right. Well, hey, we're back finally. Due to popular demand, it's been so long.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. The long-awaited return of the Spectrum Twins.
Yeah.
The brothers from other mothers.
Cool.
The guys with daddy
Who's the
issues.
cooler brother?
Probably you, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like we each are like, oh, you're the cooler one, but neither of us are cool at all. Yeah.
If we look different, that is because we are now in 4K. We're in 4K. I got a brand new camera. I've already used it, but this is the first time we're using a camera.
I also dressed up more today, but I was expecting a gentleman named Jason Katz to be on the show. And he always wears sweats and like a sweatshirt. So I was like, I'm going to be the juxtaposition of that. And I'm going to wear a gold chain and like some stupid
you know what? Let's get into this, man. I am not happy. I am angry.
Oh yeah, let it out.
I'm equal parts angry and sad.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Why, Rob? Why?
I don't know.
Nobody wants to be on my podcast. Why?
All right, well, let's say I just sat in 45 minutes of traffic to get here, and I have no idea why they wouldn't want to come.
Oh my god, it's insane. People say they want to come. Some people...
That's polite. It's called the Seattle politeness. If we were in the East Coast, we'd be like, fuck that. I don't want to be on your
that's not worth my time,
shit.
But...
Yeah, 30 viewers, fuck that.
Here's the thing. All right. I've had so many people say, yeah, but then when it comes time to put their money where their mouth is...
Yeah.
They're, sorry, I got an open mic.
Tell him.
Open mic.
Preach!
Jay Marks.
Oh, boy.
Came up
you
to
can't
me.
preach to him. He's a Jew.
He said, yeah, I know, right? He killed Jesus. Well, his people. Allegedly. But he's like, I think I might do your podcast. I don't know yet.
You know what? That you can't fault him for that.
Yes.
That's a J Marks right there.
Brad Duncan, he said, yeah, man, love to do it, but he just doesn't want to drive out here.
Fair.
Today,
I feel like a fool driving out
and
here.
Then on Friday, let's get back. I gotta go back. Let me go back.
Yeah.
First of all, we are comedians. Let's just keep that straight. We are comedians. We're actually professional. We did paid.
I got $20
shows this week.
Yeah.
But let me rewind back to last Monday. Even before that, I don't know. There was something that I wanted to update you on, and I don't even remember what it was because it's been so long, But so last Monday, you were featuring at Tony V's, and I was hosting. I was hosting at the Tacoma Comedy Club last Monday. And so the plan was I was going to do the mic, and then I was going to do a podcast with a guy named Logan Cantrell.
Yes.
Because
we love that guy.
Yeah, awesome. Great guy. Great comic.
Back booth bullies.
Yeah, 3 times we tried to set this podcast up, and for whatever reason, just kept falling out. You know, the first time, him and Quinn Fitzgerald were going to meet up at the Whiskey Mile, and that week, power went out and we didn't have comedy, and it was like, oh, sad. And then there was another time I think he was gonna feature at the Whiskey Mile, and then we are gonna do the pod, and then last minute he's like, hey, I got called to feature for this guy, and I was like, oh, all right. And then finally he's like, I say, hey, he's like, we should do a pod since you're coming down to Tacoma. And I was like, yeah, man, that'd be great. And I got all my stuff packed up and all that.
I was there for that. Was it?
No, this was just last Monday when you were at Tony V's. And then I said, hey, man, where do you want to meet up for this podcast? He's like, oh, I totally forgot, you know.
But I swear we were going to do a pod with him back like last year when we did Jess's. It wasn't Jess, but I think she was featuring. It was that mic that is like a pop-up mic. Do you know what I'm talking about? We drove to Tacoma. We did the car mic. And then we were going to meet Logan, I think. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, shit, I forgot. Yeah. I was going to say, like, is drugs and alcohol involved? Is that what's going on?
Well, he does smoke a lot of weed. Yeah. But that's kind of a lazy... You know, everybody smokes weed these days, right? But
it's like, I was thinking you're kind of like that. You're like the side fat chick podcast. Like, if there's like a hotter girl that's willing to fuck... then they're going to fuck that hotter girl, and you're just sort of waiting and getting led on. Yeah. But you're the side fat chick, so, like, you have to. That's kind of the rules. You know your place is what I'm saying.
And then I was like, on Friday, because I had Friday off, I was like, hey, man, I come down to Tacoma, dude, in the morning. He's like, I don't know, I got yoga.
Morning.
He's got yoga, did something else. And I was like, all right, well.
I've been doing morning.
I'm at the point now. I'm like, if people want to come, things are changing, man. Things are changing.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten into the other stuff. Like originally today, Donald Robert was going to be here. Mm-hmm. Donald Robert.
The ally, Donnie, not the access.
Allegedly a comedian. I still think he's an undercover fed.
For sure. He used to be a cop, right?
I don't know. I think
he went to... He was like definitely in the police academy.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, that makes sense with his look. But I'll give him some slack, though. He told me, he's like, hey, man, I will do it, except Tacoma, I'm on the list. Or if they post the list and I'm on it, then I'm going to go down
for
there.
For sure.
And then
so he got on.
Tacoma waited until literally like this morning to post the list.
So that's Tacoma's fault.
Yeah. So, and he's on it. And it's like, I don't blame him, but... Then I hit up Jason Katz. I don't know why. I was just like, the guy's always at Tony V's. So I was like, hey, man, I live 22 minutes from Tony V's. Maybe you can come over beforehand. Because for whatever reason, people think coming over after Tony V's is a big deal.
It is. It's so late.
It is 22 minutes.
I have Tuesdays off, and I'm like, I'm not coming here after Tony V's. Tony V's is exhausting. It really is. You sit there, and then you'll get there at 7:30, and then, or even early, you get there early, and then you'll still go up last because they mix up the list or whatever. So you got to sit through all these people, all this bullshit, and then you got to sit through Freddie Fred, who's like this guy that he's not really a comedian. He only goes to Tony V's, and he smokes meth.
Oh, and then there's Gage, the child
Gage.
Comedian, which is he trans or no. I don't know. He wears this jacket sometimes.
No, he's not, and he's also kind of he's very like not progressive.
He's not. He's non.
He's very edgelord. So I think he's just kind of like an effeminate young boy. Yeah. Maybe he hasn't found himself yet.
Yeah. Well, he could pass.
I'd fuck. If he was 18 or older.
If we were on Epstein.
If he was 18 or older, or 16 and his parents gave consent. Apparently that's legal in like Hawaii and
and Kentucky.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's legal in Washington too. Yeah. Because I remember when I sold cars a while ago, this like weird, creepy, fat, like 50-year-old guy. Because when you sell cars, we'll hire anybody, and they give you like 2 or 3 months to figure it out. And if you can't figure it out in 3 months, then you get fired. Yeah. But basically, like the gimmick or theme or whatever was like, if you can fog a mirror or like breathe, we'll hire you. So we hired some random like hobo guy, and I remember we were talking. He barely talked. He just sit in the corner, and we were talking about, I don't even know, young girls, obviously, something like that. And then he just sort of like chimed up. I forget what we were exactly talking about, like who's a pedophile or what. So, same. It's been the same. Nothing's changed under the sun. But anyways, he just sort of chimes up from the corner in this dark corner, and he's like, "Well, actually, in Washington, 16 is the legal age of consent." So I thought that was pretty funny that he knew that. But now I'm almost 40 and I know it. So,
well, I mean, where do you meet a 16-year-old these days? Let's go to the source. Let's call a comedian. Let's call one of our friends.
I swear that I don't even watch porn, and I've been getting a lot of AI commercials on YouTube for porn sites now, which is very interesting. And one of them now is like this AI Asian girl, and she's clearly AI, but it's definitely supposed to be like a 12 or 13-year-old. And it's like, do you like videos of sexy young girls?
Yeah.
Like, just click the link or something. So
if you're watching AI porn, you should just, give up.
Here's what I'm concerned about. Actually, I'm not, because I don't watch porn. But if I did watch porn, or if I decided, the only reason, I mean, it's not like a high horse thing. The reason I don't watch porn is because I watch so much porn on meth that there's just no... I'm going to have to relapse on meth in order to watch porn.
It's just
which is an option.
It's diet. It's like you're watching diet porn at this point.
Yeah, it's just so boring and pointless. And it's like, why would I want to jerk off and watch porn for 20 minutes when I know that I could do it for 20 hours?
Like drinking a case of noodles, right? I don't know.
No, it really is.
Yeah.
So I just don't watch anymore. It's just not worth it. But there's always this part of me that's like, maybe one day, when you make it big in comedy and you got millions of dollars in it, you'll be able to relapse on meth and watch porn.
Yeah,
and that's all. So it's always there, and so I'm thinking like, by that time though, I won't know if I'm watching real people or AI, and it just won't be. That'll be on and then I'll be on meth, so I'll be like, is it AI? And they'll be looking for the ones and zeros and stuff, and it'll just ruin the whole experience. So
it's how they have those like live sex shows. It's going to be those are going to start with like the live robots. They're going to do like robot sex shows, and then it's going to be like battle bots where you could just design whatever kind of robot you want to fuck the other robot. And I look forward to that very much. You could see the first event in Jake E.T.'s backyard at his birthday. He invited me to his birthday.
Yeah, that's next Saturday.
I can't make it, Jake.
I'm worried about
I got a dying woman in my house.
There's people that are mad at me because of this podcast.
Yeah.
Another reason, actually, I don't do this podcast because you're going to lose your friends.
Why are, people
I'm not even going to say who's mad at me because, first of all, the person who is mad at me, I racked my brain because Kelsey Rose came up to me and was like, yeah, they're mad at you because you talked about them having an STD on the podcast. And I was like, what? I never, and I was thinking and thinking, and I was like, I've never talked about anybody having an STD on the podcast.
Yeah, not that I remember.
But I did talk about somebody having a sexual experience and what they did on the podcast. And I said, I'm not going to say their name. And I promise you it's not Jake E.T. because it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was after our, I'm like, I swear it's not him, but somebody did this. And that was the only thing about that person that I even said anything. So I don't know what, but I know that they're mad at me. And so now they're probably going to hear this, and they're going to be even more mad.
But you know what? It doesn't matter. My old mom...
I'm afraid they're going to try to fight me at JPT's party. That's what I'm actually afraid of.
My own mom was mad at me for a little bit. She was mad at me, but it's all water under the bridge. We're We are comedians, all right? But I was basically saying all that is a roundabout, and Jason Katz, he just decided he didn't want to... He'd rather go to Tony V's. So... that's a whole roundabout way of me saying,
fuck you
know what,
Jason?
We don't need anybody, all right? I could do this. We could do...
honestly, well, my shtick, like, I think, and I think you're getting on board with it. You or me, us or whatever, you got to have like a format, because I'm thinking about this from, if I was some guy who didn't do comedy, I don't want to hear about Jake E.T. I don't know. I mean, maybe I would if we told the stories and we really set up the characters, because like there's this guy Goblin, and he gets he just talks about his homies that he gets high with or whatever. Yeah. And we've never met him before, but he really sets the stage. And he's like, yeah, so-and-so is this type of person. And, he's the guy who always gives the shirt off his back and always has the money, whatever, right? Yeah. So we probably could, but we don't really do that. We're just like, oh, Logan Cantrell and like Levi Manis. Oh,
Yeah.
And, like nobody knows who those people are. Nobody gives a shit about Levi Manis.
My hope is that it's like a big gamble that one of these guys becomes the next Shane Gillis, and then it's like, oh, they were on our podcast. So then, you know, we'll see.
That's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. No. Like you can imagine, if you had what's that guy's name? Asian dude.
Bobby Lee?
No, the guy
Brian Fukuda.
Okay, come on, this is insane. I should just
Gangnam Style.
Just That's
Squid Game. I don't know. Jackie Chan.
Everybody hates him now. Kill Tony guy.
Oh, Hans Kim.
Yeah, like
Hans.
you could have had him if we got in the game sooner.
Well, you know, a friend of the show, Natalie, she did my hair recently. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I went to Natalie Ray Hair Salon or whatever it was, and she did my hair, and she talked a little bit about Hans Kim, and I guess Hans Kim said that she was a weirdo or a freak.
Oh, wow, cool.
And I said, well,
cool story, bro.
But she's pretty mellow. Pretty mellow.
Yeah,
but
cool
no, so there are people that want to be on the podcast. She wants to be on the podcast.
Kelsey wants to be on the podcast.
I had Bob F., the autistic comedian from Tacoma, reach out. But it's just like, you know, these are guys that I feel like are great in a group setting.
Yeah.
But not just one-on-one. Because I did the Corey Hills and the Cruises. And, you know, I understand now to make an entertaining show, you need a little bit of chaos and you need somebody that could, you know, lead conversation a little bit.
The show with your father could have been the most entertaining for a random guy who came across it, just because it's like, oh, this guy, he's been through it.
My dad was way mellow too. Yeah. He was like,
and there was a nice family tension. You're like, speak in the microphone, Dad.
Yeah.
You're like all that anger. You're like, why'd you leave me? I forgive you though.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
Yeah, no, he was pretty mellow, but you know, I think it's probably just shit that happens when you get older. Yeah. You know, he just doesn't want to.
I want to start I have podcast equipment. I feel bad. I got it from, you know, as a gift. People spent money on me to make a podcast, and I haven't even opened the box yet. So I have to do it. I want to do. I want you to help film we're going to do the Transvestigators.
What you should do at your house if you do a podcast is you should have a green screen up and then just send me the videos and I'll make the background.
Hell yeah.
There you go. And then it can be wherever. But no, I do with this new camera. I mean, it's a really nice camera. It's like a Sony. It's I do want to get another lens for it, but you could, you know, we'll do your Transvestigators. And also, so this is what we're going to do. We have 2 sketches because yours, great idea, Transvestigator, and then this is one that came to me the other day, and I want to do like a fake movie trailer. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Michael James Bond. Yes, where I am Stephen Michael James the comedian, but then all of a sudden they'll like you know, and like it's like a stoner Austin Powers set in 2026.
Have, the women have really sexual names like wet ass pussy.
Yeah, except all the women are like comedians, so they're not going to be hot. Yeah, exactly. They're going to be
awkward and autistic.
Yeah.
Autistic poon. Yeah, that could be
autistic
autistic anal.
We'll get there. Kelsey Rose, she's gonna hit you up. You're in the script.
Yeah.
Who else? You know.
Anyways, who's the most autistic? Now we're doing what I said we shouldn't do. Talking about
no. I have some. We're gonna get to some of the stuff because we're talking about the format. But I really wanted to check in with you, man. It's March. We're in the 3rd month of the year. How is 2026 going right now?
It's fucking dumb, dude. Like it sucks. It's like I feel like you know, it's just I don't know if I'm progressing or it's noise, and it's probably just noise. You know, I got a feature. I got to be a feature in a bookstore. I got to be a feature at Tony V's. It was a good set. It was
actually a really good set. John Banning?
It was actually really fun.
Yeah,
it was one of the more fun mics.
So it was like a bookstore somewhere in Seattle.
It was a fun mic because it was like no holds bar. You know, nobody was. It was actually a safe space because people weren't afraid to get canceled. And so people were doing new material. Jason McBride did a lot of new material. You know, it was just like it was just fun. It was like a fun, intimate setting. Oh, then we got like Robbie barked in. There was like these like 20-year-old girls that came, and PJ thought that they hated him, but they didn't. They were like actually laughing for the most part. I would say pretty much everybody bombed at that mic. Like it wasn't this big laugh fest. Yeah. But it was just cool and it was fun and people were
it was a new experience.
Were chill and like people were doing jokes that are edgier and there's nobody worried about it. And then I even had this guy that I've known for like 10, 15 years now, and I met him at Scriber Lake. I was just drinking at a park.
Shout out. Scriber Lake is cool.
Yeah, I asked him, I was just like, hey, do you got weed on you? And he did. And then he became my weed dealer. Like, this is how long ago this was. It was before the dispensary.
Yeah.
And so I've known him for a while, and he's always like, oh, he's a big drunk. And he's like, oh, you can do comedy easy. And so I finally was like, all right, let's go. And then he did 2 minutes and did pretty, it was like didn't really have any jokes or anything, but it was good.
Yeah. Hey, it's always nice when somebody tries it out for the first time. You never know.
Yeah.
Because they might end up being better than some of the people that you see over and over and over again. Scriber Lake is a lake in Lynnwood, Washington. Right. And it's kind of like a little hidden secret spot. Like
and there's fish in it. And the fish come from not Silver Lake. What's the lake? Like it's on exit like 178 or whatever. It doesn't matter. I actually a friend that died in
Martha
that
Lake.
Oh. Yes, Martha Lake.
Yeah, there you go.
Our friend Mighty Mouse died in that lake.
Oh,
He'd
man.
never been. He swam 2 times in his life, and he was this guy that he would get really drunk, and like he actually crossed Scriber Lake while it was like a sheet of ice.
Oh,
one
damn!
Time, and one time he climbed this tree like 50 feet up and fell out. I mean, the guy was just this crazy Mexican dude who he loved smoking meth and rapping and doing things that nearly killed him, and it did kill him. I remember I was actually sitting in the car with this girl. And because we had left to go like hang out and talk or whatever. And then all of a sudden these ambulances started coming and I was like, it's probably one of our friends. And then I kind of was joking, but I was also like, we're the drunk idiots here. And then sure enough, like we go out and see them fucking trying to bring him back to life.
Fuck.
Good story for this comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Where's the joke? Where's the joke?
Yeah.
But where's I going with this? Oh, yeah. So I met Scriber Lake. There's fish there.
There's like I used to walk around there and ride my bike a little bit because my old job was right there. And there's like this little hidden pathway that has like this, it looks like an abandoned like pool or something. It's like up on one of those side trails. And it's kind of it's weird. It's a weird spot. There's like some ghetto.
There's actually
it's a little ghetto. And then there's
Mexican
also
guy that's always there and he doesn't speak English. But it used to be like back in the 90s, it was the spot where you go to meet gay dudes and fuck them.
Nice.
And so he doesn't know that it's not that anymore.
Yeah.
So he's like he's
just still waiting.
He's still like, there. He's like
hola.
And so, pretty much. And so like we'll be having a beer and he's like, hola. And then he'll like come up and sit next to you and like put his leg and we got to be like, get out of here, dude.
He's like, chorizo.
And he's like, and then he kind of just waits there awkwardly he does. He says chorizo and churro. Yeah, basically anything, burrito, anything that's that looks like a
penis.
Like,
orale.
No, he doesn't say orale. Only things that are phallic.
Yeah,
those are the only.
No, that's
like churro, chorizo.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, cigarro.
Quesadilla.
Yeah. No, quesadillas aren't. No, it's got to be phallic. Only penis sounding looking things.
Well, anyways, I do. Before we get to the rest of the show, we both did shows this weekend because we are comedians. You did the show with Nick Cody at the 30th.
I did 3 shows in the last 10 days. That's
wow,
pretty crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so what was the? So you did the feature set at Tony V's. You did the feature set at the John Vanning's mic.
And then I did Tapped Out. Yeah.
And then Tapped Out. So Tapped Out, your last minute edition. How was the vibe? What was going on there? You've done it before.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually, normally it's like grumpy old people that are playing like Scrabble. Yeah. And they're just like, I've literally had them say, shut up, or like, could you turn it down? And, they just want to be there with their dog and like their kids and not have comedians up there. But this time, people were actually facing the stage. There's about 30 people there, and I got there at the end, so it's probably even more. And they were laughing. They actually laughed. Yeah, like Sterling went up before me and was killing it, and I'm like, sweet, this is going to be awesome. And so I went up there and like pretty good set. I think it was definitely like a good set.
Yeah.
It wasn't a total crush. I had, I lost them right in the middle when I started doing my Israel-Palestine bit where I'm like, we'll give them, the Palestinians get, the Israelis get Israel and the Palestinians get Epstein Island. And then when I was like 72 virgins for they're like, oh. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to the dating stuff because that was bad. And then they're like, yay. So.
Saw some friends there. Andy Harder was there.
Andy was there.
Bridget. Bridget was there.
Bridget and, we had a good talk. She's like, I forgive you. And I was like, cool.
What did you do? I don't think you did.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think you did anything.
Yeah, whatever. But I'm not, you know what?
Ladies are sensitive.
Any of these people that there's like sensitive egos, we're done. I'm not going to talk about you anymore, okay? You guys won, all right? Like, it doesn't make for good content. It does actually make for good content, but... if you want to talk about Big Time Mel, they're...
Oh, Big Time Mel. I do. She is going to come up in a little bit, actually.
You should get the doll and put it like right here and see if she notices.
Oh, poor Mel. Nice lady, girl.
And then I have even some more, I can't talk about it on the podcast, but I have more information they'll tell you about that.
Well, that's going to be on our Patreon.
Yeah, the story, though.
Big breaking news. Rob's merch store is back online. RobConroy.storeenvy.
Yeah, buy a microaggression shirt.
Microaggression. You can get your drug-free hat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm embarrassed by some of the stuff on there. We really need to update this.
Yeah,
who wants a picture of me on my like... All the drugs are going to free. That's the stupidest shirt. It's like the only time you should wear that is at my funeral. Like you should wear a shirt with me on my picture on it if I die.
There's only one of those shirts in existence, and you know who has it?
You?
Ryan Padilla. I gave it to Ryan Padilla. I don't know what he did with it, but
he better still have it. He's probably like smoked fentanyl with it on or something.
Speaking of Ryan, I was at Emerald City Comedy Club on Tuesday, and I was on the mic there, and he was keeping time, and I helped him up the stairs, and then when he was done,
you were an ally.
I was. That was not an able. Why do they call it an ableist when you're actually helping them? I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but.
No, ableist means you don't like them.
Yeah, but why? Because when you're...
But you said you're helping them.
Yeah, so like I'm able to help them. I don't
know. Oh, yeah, I guess.
Makes no sense.
I mean, I don't get it. If you're ableist... ableist is like white supremacist.
Oh.
So if you're an ableist, it means you only like abled people.
Oh,
if you're a disabled, like, who's a disableist? Like that fat bitch who's like, she got mad at Dino Dad because he did a show at the Shanghai Room and it's not wheelchair accessible, even though Ryan Padilla was there. But I remember she was like, nobody should support Dino Dad shows because he doesn't do wheelchair accessible. It's like, it's not, he didn't build the building.
Oh, are you talking about Sherry Hardman?
I don't know who I'm talking about.
She's friend of the show, but yeah, she was not happy with the Whiskey Mile also not having wheelchair access.
I'm sorry that God hates you.
Well, and it's, I was like, oh, Ryan, he can just move up the step, but she's got a motorized thing, so hey,
well, you know what?
we don't build the buildings. What are you gonna do?
That's what I'm saying, and it's like comedy's hard enough. This is a stupid. By the way, maybe we shouldn't be like we are comedians because comedians are dumb, dude. It's a stupid art form.
Yes.
If you sit down and think about it, it's kind of like when I was in, I was in Catholic church, and I was like. Really, I was high in Catholic church, and I was like, we're standing, we're sitting, we're singing hymns. Like, this is such a weird thing for people to do. That's like exactly how weird comedy is to me. It's like, this is not, it's just weird. We're going on stage and we're just talking.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're artists. And you know what? I get it. It is an art. I'm not going to disrespect it that much, but I went to Skankfest and they took a shit on stage.
Yeah.
Okay. This is like, it's very stupid. It's a
an
stupid
Australian
thing.
man's wiener,
Yeah. It was big, too.
Yeah.
It was
Shout
big.
out.
And he ate
Jason.
Blue Chew to make it bigger.
Jason Duman. No.
These guys, and that's another thing. These new comedians, change the topic, but this is just about how stupid. They're all doing podcasts, and they think they're doing it. They're better. They're funnier than us. All right, it's fine. Like you can come on here and be like, "Whoa, they're better than you." No, but whatever. It's still lame, and they're eating Blue Chews to get high almost.
Yeah,
now. Like they're just like eating Blue Chews because they get so much.
Yeah,
they get so much Blue Chews.
Pack a bunch of Zins and.
Smelling salts. Did you got any smelling salts? Remember when we did those?
I need to get some. I haven't had some for a while, but I want to go back. I want to do an episode where we just do a bunch of taste tests and smell tests.
Yeah, like a mukbang, but with drugs.
Yeah. So I got a couple ideas for some new segments for the show, and I just decided to use the phone here. I don't know if we can do the Jim Carrey clone one right now. Well, we could do it if we just watch it and then I could splice it in later.
Yeah. But it's not even, it's just some guy. Well, yeah, Jim Carrey got an award recently over in France.
He got some Lifetime Achievement Award.
It's definitely him. He definitely got some Botox or something.
Yeah. I mean, he's old.
But it's him.
He's like in his 60s.
But people are like, well, he said you never get Botox. They think he like literally got cloned.
Yeah.
Here's what's suspicious though. There's like 4 AI videos I've seen where it's Jim Carrey, but it's an AI Jim Carrey, and he's like, a lot of people are saying that I'm a clone, but actually I'm not. I went through a major depression and I took a lot of space, and like I came back and people were looking for the Jim Carrey who's in The Mask and the Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, and I'm not that Jim Carrey. I'm the real Jim Carrey now. And like life is about being real, and I've been playing a character my whole life and I don't want to play a character anymore. And that's all beautiful stuff. But the weird thing is he didn't actually say that. An AI Jim Carrey said it. How suspicious is that?
Yeah, I saw a thing about like it was like Adam Sandler comes to the defense of Rob Schneider because Rob Schneider's conservative, and it was totally fake. It was just this fake speech. So I sent this to you earlier, but we decided to ask AI about Rob Conroy, the comedian. And
this is amazing.
Rob Conroy.
This really stroked my ego.
We did a search. We did a deep dive on what does the internet know about Rob Conroy. So I'll try to summarize it pretty quick. Comedy style and voice. Conroy's humor is wild, irreverent, and chaotic. Comic descriptions emphasize the craziness and edge of his act. For example, Comedy Simp promos call him the show's
edge to my act.
unofficial co-host and even its chaos mascot. One episode description even teases that the show is a complete and total wreck of laughs, absurdity, and unfiltered madness.
Whoa,
another blurb exclaims, "Buckle up, folks! This one's a roller coaster of chaos, comedy."
This is just your AI, this is just your AI descriptions of the show.
These quotes, blah blah blah. By contrast, with some Seattle comics' quirky observations, Conroy's material seems to revel in absurdity and shock.
Yes,
a style highlighted by phrases like raw, unfiltered insanity and dripping with chaos. One promotional write-up. Even featuring local comics, a complete and total wreck of laughs.
You know what? They should have stopped that wreck.
Yeah.
They should have stopped that wreck.
Where to watch and follow. The Comedy Simp Podcast, Beyond Podcast. You can see him on Stephen Michael James' YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
here's his Instagram. Instagram bio even calls him a rich homie life coach, reflecting on his comedic persona.
Bastard.
To see Conroy live, check out local comedy club listings and Facebook event pages.
Oh, yeah. They're going to...
like Tony D's in Everett and headline shows. For example, he co-hosted the Trip Sisters event in 2025. The Trip Sisters.
How did it get that one wrong?
I don't know. And then, in general, look for him at Capitol Hill Comedy Club.
Yes,
Cocktail
I love it there.
Cult. Washington Hall.
What the hell is Cocktail Club?
I don't know.
And Washington Hall. I've never heard of these
things. And a bar mic series like the Shanghai Room.
Yeah.
Overall, Rob Conroy maintains an active presence. You can hear his comedic style on the Comedy Simp Podcast.
Again!
And see him on social media. And he regularly pops up live around Seattle and Everett. So yeah, that was it.
I was thinking about sending that to some people, but then I was like, nah, I don't want...
So yeah, no, that's that's today's deep dive into AI. You know, I have one on Noah Wen, and I think we should. You know, we're talking about we don't want to talk about comics that people don't know. Well, we're telling you what the internet wants you to know about them. So
right, and we're actually helping. Like, if you ever want to Google yourself,
yeah,
you know, they'll be like,
oh wow, that's me. I did a couple other exercises though. If you want, you know, as another example. I don't even know how long we've been going right now, so it's kind of a little mix episode of stuff. This is really fun. This is actually going to take a little bit. I asked AI, you know, we are comedians. We're trying to figure out. We are
comedians. Take a shot every time he says it.
We're trying to figure out what is the next thing for us to do. You know, we're doing the podcast. We're doing our comedy videos. We hitting the local Pacific Northwest scene. But I said, you know, what if we want to pitch some ideas to Hollywood, right?
Yeah, the movies.
So I asked the AI, I said, starring me and Rob, and also let's throw in some local comedians and some actors. Give us 5 Hollywood reboots in both film and TV, starring us, that we could pitch Hollywood executives. So if you don't mind, I'd like to go through these and let's discuss them. Let's discuss them.
Can't wait.
So we're going to go through 5 Hollywood reboots starring the Spectrum Twins here. And let's just see what we think. So the first one, reboot of Ghostbusters. We're going to call it Ghost Bros.
Who's the other two?
Well, I'm getting to it. Okay. Ghost Bros, PNW Paranormal. The tone, it's Ghostbusters meets What We Do in the Shadows. Think about it. Low-fi tech, high spirits, zero funding. Here's the plot. Steven and Rob start a paranormal investigation business for content, accidentally opening a gateway to the ghosts of Seattle's past. We're talking about
DMT.
grunge. We're talking about .com guys. We're talking about 1890s loggers.
Yeah.
Who's the cast? Who's the cast of the new Ghost Bros movie? Well, me, Stephen Michael James, the skeptical frontman who just wants followers. My main man, the co-star, Rob Conroy. He's the true believer, convinced EMF meters doubled as a vape. Rounding out the cast, we got Casey Judson.
Yeah.
Casey Judson is a burned out cameraman.
He'll be a ghost by the time.
Yeah. He will be a ghost by the end of the movie. He's a burned out cameraman who keeps catching ghosts on his B-roll. And then I did not choose this. This is what AI chose. PJ and Jess Anderson are twin spiritual mediums who live stream exorcisms. We also got Femi and Brandon White. They're going to be rival ghost podcasters with their own TikTok cult.
This is good.
And then we're going to have a cameo by Aubrey Plaza.
Wow, how do they know that?
Yeah.
That's like my favorite, you know, I was going to say mask woman, but she's not really masculine. Yeah. But she's like a tomboy.
Yeah, she's a little she's like a hot girl with like a weird voice, but directed by Taika Waititi. He's the guy who did Thor, Love and Thunder. Okay. And
great
he did
movie.
The Nazi movie.
I like him.
Jojo Rabbit.
Okay.
Tagline, who you gonna zoom? So yeah, that's our first one.
It sucks that ChatGPT is getting more creative and funnier than us.
Yeah, this is it, you know.
We're getting replaced.
Well, honestly, World War III just broke out, so who even knows how long this podcast is gonna go on. The next one is a play on Lethal Weapon. It's called Lethal Bits. It's Hot Fuzz meets Superbad with a little bit of stand-up. Here's the plot. After witnessing a murder behind a Tacoma Comedy Club, Steven and Rob are recruited by a rogue detective squad posing as comics. So you got me and you. I'm the cautious one.
Donald Robert could be the Fed.
Oh, well, I mean, here's the cast. I got the cast right here.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm the cautious one. You're the chaos one. Jason Katz and Adam Tiller play undercover cops.
Oh, I could see Jason Katz. He's just like, he's the old guy. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason's a weird choice for a cop, but hey, what are you gonna do? You know, he could be
Adam
like
Tiller would work.
Yeah, Adam Tiller is like, he could be like the sergeant almost, you know. Jay Marks is a club owner hiding more than bad lighting. Brandon White is the actual murder turned crowd favorite.
How did he murder him? Did he fall on him?
I'm not sure. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
The musical act who solves half the case in freestyle, Lil Jeezy Weezy.
Oh.
Lil Jeezy Weezy. And we get a cameo by Danny McBride. And there you go. That's the lethal bits.
Okay.
It's a comedy lethal weapon.
I'm actually, you know, these are, like I said, they're creative enough
well,
that I would be...
I think we can kind of maybe, if there's like a slice of some idea in there, maybe we can use it.
Yeah.
Here's a reboot of Office Space. Office Space rebooted. Steven and Rob's
That's what it's called?
That's what it's called. Office Space rebooted. Steven and Rob's podcast studio gets acquired by a defense contractor who rebrands them as Comedy Influencer Assets.
Okay.
But they revolt slowly.
Right. I like this. Oh, we're revolting.
So we have Steven as the office drone with punchlines and Rob who sabotages corporate training videos with memes. The overconfident startup bros running HR, Jason McBride and Nick Cody.
Oh, very, yeah. Jason is like
he would be
beaming with confidence.
Yeah, he would be a great HR guy. He'd be like, what did you do today?
Yeah, you can't do that.
We're going to have to do a report
You can't do that. No. You're drunk on the job again.
Brad Duncan and Robbie Schrader, the IT guys plotting a ransomware scheme using jokes. Jess Anderson is another HR rep, secretly recording the whole thing for a docuseries.
No, this makes sense. Like, I think they kind of nailed the characters there.
And then a cameo by Jason Bateman. This movie's going to be directed by Adam McKay, the same guy who did Old School and what was it? Didn't he do Wedding Crash? I know he did Anchorman.
I don't know really directors very well.
The Big Short. Number 4, you're going to like this one. It's a play on the Truman Show. It's called The Robman Show. Rob discovers his entire life is secretly being live streamed as an AI simulation produced by Steven, who's been gaslit into thinking it's all part of the bit.
Oh, you think it's real too?
So
that one scares me a little bit.
So it's you're the guy who's trapped in a world. I'm the villain. Casey Judson is a hacker who knows too much.
You know, because the last time I did ketamine, I actually felt like I was in my living room with Marie and Tacoma, and I thought that I was like, is this a movie studio? I felt like I was in a movie studio, and I felt like and I was like, oh fuck, I'm in a movie studio, and this is all stupid, and it was really it's pretty sad. I think this is a true story.
Well, what can you do? I mean,
more ketamine.
Yeah, it's been a while. Jason Katz and Adam Tiller again are corporate narrators who break character mid-episode. And then Emma Stone plays the AI love interest.
Ooh.
All right, see, the first couple ones were good. Now they're running out of room, or they're running out of steam. This last one is it's a play on the Breakfast Club. It's called the Green Room Club. A group of comics
Is no one to win in this one?
I actually like this. I actually like the idea of this already. A group of comics get snowed in at a gig and realize they're all at different points in comedy hell. Stephen Michael James and Rob Conroy, Jason Katz, Femi, Jay Marks, Adam Tiller, Jess Anderson. Directed by Richard Linklater, the guy who did
the last two
Dazed and Confused.
Where they run out of steam. They're actually like, I feel like they did run out of steam. They're like, oh, we'll just tell you what's actually happening in real life now. Because I definitely am in comedy hell. That's what I'm saying. It never goes anywhere. It's just like, this is hell for sure.
So, I don't know. Those are all right. I like the first couple ones. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they were more fun.
The Robman Show could be a good sketch.
Ron's calling me. Should I answer it?
Ron Sweat. Yeah, answer it.
Okay.
Answer it. Put it on speaker.
Of course. Oh, I'm going to call him back.
Yeah.
Might as well. This will...
And then we'll get to the 5 TV shows that they came up with.
Oh yeah, and we should get Ron on one of the shows.
Yeah, why not? He's a lawyer. He could actually give us legal advice.
No, he can't. I had tried to get legal advice from him the other day. He couldn't give it to me. You know why? Because he's afraid he's going to get in trouble.
I mean, he would know better than anybody whether he can get in trouble or not, right?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, guess what? You're on the Comedy Simp Podcast.
Hey, Ron's on the podcast.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Yeah. What do you got to say? What do you got to say to the audience?
He's our legal representative.
This is our lawyer. Yeah.
Ron's on the cast.
Yeah. Ron Comedy. I hear you got some comedy coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some comedy. It's coming soon. It's coming real soon.
Cool.
A bunch of stuff. Yeah, I got some new characters and things.
Where can we? When are we going to see it?
Tell your timeshare.
Wait, yeah. When's it coming?
And it's coming real soon.
Oh,
Real
all right.
soon. All right, guys. Real soon.
You guys-
Ron has got some stuff in the bank.
Yeah, so get ready.
In the
Get ready
pipeline.
for it. Are you excited?
Yeah, we're all very excited. We'll put a link in the description to soon.
RonJustRon.com.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, if you guys need any promotions and stuff as well too for any shows that are coming up soon and things, I feel like that's on brand for me, so I can promote it.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
He can legally promote it because
Yeah.
he's a lawyer. Anyways,
So should we talk about this? Is this private business? Should we talk about it on the podcast or what?
no, I already called Ron for legal advice, and he just goes, "That's not family law." That was all he said.
That is what I said.
Yeah. Anyways, so I'm up here in
Call me for free.
yeah. I gotta
Yeah.
prepay legal for that, but I'm up here in wherever the hell
Granite
Granite Falls. So we're gonna be doing this for like 20 more minutes, and then I'm heading down.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, just let me know. I was just wondering where you wanted to go.
Oh.
It's not anything big.
Oh.
Fisherman.
We're-
Or that pub on Fisherman or Pikes.
Sure, we're going to there. We're going to the Fisher. Oh yeah, there's that place. Actually, I got to remember the name of it, but I'll text you
this is
after the
real.
show.
This
Yeah.
is real.
This is
right?
raw and real. This
Real
is
life.
what content is. But I have actually a place in mind, but I got to remember what it's called, so I'm gonna have to look it up. But anyways, I'll text you. Okay.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I love that shit.
All right, Ron Comedy coming soon.
Yeah. Big things.
Yeah, real soon.
Okay.
Word.
Late. Beautiful stuff.
That's I live in another world than most people because he's a guy who has no social media at all. So I'm like, I didn't even know he was still alive, but
Yeah.
I remember, I just saw a Facebook thing pop up. It's 3 years ago, the first Tapped Out that you guys did. I'm pretty sure he was on it, right?
Yeah.
He
And
was
he'd
on
always wear a flower in his head.
Did he?
Yeah.
I seem to remember him coming out to some music because that was Nick really liked the music thing. But then I remember his song didn't even get to the intro before he got on stage. It was just a waste of a musical thing. But
Well, Ron actually, shout out to him for he took me and Rebecca and his girlfriend a couple years ago to the nude beach.
whoa.
Denny Blaine. I don't even know if it's open anymore.
I think it is. I think they were trying to shut it down.
But the cool, back to talking about Mexicans that love to go to parks and do sexual stuff. So you got this nude beach, and then there's kind of like a hill that you can sit atop, and there'd just be 6 or 7 gang banging Chicano type Mexican dudes, and they had baggy jeans on, and they just sit there and hold their dick while they watch everybody. And I was like, these guys, this is what life is about.
Yeah. I just heard about this place. I've never been to it. I swear. But I just heard about this place. There's this place in Everett called the Barn or the Porn Barn. Have you heard of this place?
No.
So I looked it up on the map, and it's over there kind of by Airport Road and by the Home Depot over by it's where Everett starts to become Lynnwood a little bit. There's I guess it's a porn theater called the Porn Barn, and they have 3 movie theaters. And I read all this on Reddit. I've never been there, but they have a straight theater, a gay theater, and a trans theater. And
Isn't that
people just go in there and just mess around
is
and
it
all that
you're
kind of stuff.
watching trans people, or it's only trans people are allowed?
People, it's a movie theater, but people mess around in there, and people just watch and participate.
What do you watch, like Disney movies?
No, it's there.
It's like Mulan is on, and you're all fucking each other.
I'll make a man out of you.
Yeah.
You know, but I read about it. I was like, holy shit. And so if anybody's been to the porn barn.
You read about it, and then you're like, oh, and you came.
It's like, God, yeah, I wish I was single. No. If anybody's been to the porn barn,
you can just open.
I feel
like
John Banning has probably been to the porn barn. But if anybody's been there, send an email to comedysimp@gmail.com.
Wait, hold on. I'll actually go there.
Because look it up. Look it up. It's called like the porn barn.
The porn. Yeah, I'm gonna get more AI ads.
Yeah,
the porn barn.
I was shocked that something like this existed in Everett. You know,
upgrade your lifestyle and pleasure with luxury toys. That's a Yeah, the porn barn. Oh yeah, it's in Seattle. Okay.
Well, no, it's I think it's in Everett.
Well, it says since 1994, Airport Video 1 in Seattle.
That's it. Airport Video. That's what it is. Yeah.
What we do. Okay, so but yeah, I don't know where is the porn barn location.
Yeah.
I'll go there not tonight, but I'll go there.
I was reading
before our next podcast, and I'll tell you all about it.
I was reading these Reddit posts where like people they said like people sit in their cars and they wait for like couples to show up so they can go in and watch. Like single guys will just sit there and watch. And
yeah, it sounds fun. Like me and I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say a name of comic. Yeah. I'm just not going to.
So let's get back to our fantasy casting here. We did our movies. Now let's go to the TV shows. So first of all, we got a play on Seinfeld called The Comedy Simp Show. Very original. Steven and Rob play fictionalized versions of themselves, hosting a podcast in Seattle while navigating rivalries, weird fans, and open mic policies.
That sounds like what's happening right now. This sucks. Yeah. I hate this movie.
Number 2, a play on the X-Files called the PNW Files.
The porn files.
All right.
The Epstein Files.
We start looking for Pacific Northwest myths for our podcast, but we uncover real phenomenon. It's like Mulder and Scully with ADHD. Jason Katz and Lil Jeezy Weezy play government agents with Twitch streams. Jess Anderson is an actual alien.
How is like always the same characters?
I think because I put in like 20 people's names. Femi is a park ranger who knows too much. And Bill Hader and Tig Notaro are guest stars. All right, that one's all right. And then, these are actually pretty lame, so I'm going to just move on from this segment here. That was it, the fantasy casting. But I want to tell you, I have one more fantasy thing, one more comic that people don't know, and I really want to, I'm really excited about this one. I wanted ChatGPT to give me a whole season of a TV show about Dino Dad, Noah Rubin, and what this show would be about. And so the show is called Dino Dad. It's if Louie had a baby with Curb Your Enthusiasm
of course.
In a Seattle dive bar while 13 Reasons Why played in the TV in the background.
Yeah.
Because you got to have the drama.
And the suicide.
Yes. So here's the line. When single dad and stand-up comic Noah Dino Dad Rubin tries to rebuild his life after divorce, he gets sucked into the chaotic underground of the Seattle comedy scene, a place where open mics, emotional breakdowns, and delusions of grandeur collide between
way too real.
Heartbreak and the relentless grind.
Pathetic.
Noah must face his past before it eats him alive. Real comics playing heightened versions of themselves like Louie. Emotional realism mixed with surreal Seattle weirdness. Noah's world feels real but off kilter. Cameos from big name comics playing themselves. And but always intrigued. So the main cast, we got Noah, whatever. Stephen Michael James, the deadpan realist. Dark humor dad energy, the voice of reason until he's not. He's Noah's co-conspirator podcast partner and reluctant emotional support human. I guess me and Noah have a podcast in the show, but it's cool.
Yeah. Well, how could you, man?
Yeah. Rob Conroy, a scheming visionary who keeps trying to turn the rickshaw into a live streamed multimedia comedy empire.
Oh my God.
His ideas are brilliant in theory, catastrophic in practice. You ready for some new names? Scott Coburn.
What happened to him?
Scott Coburn. Well, he just does that, Mike, pretty much.
Oh.
The documentarian, constantly filming for the doc. Nick Cody, the hustler. Always has a spreadsheet for every idea. Wants to be the Joe Rogan of Tacoma, but keeps getting roped into the group's chaos. Marie Elizabeth, the manager at the rickshaw, the glue of the scene. She's the only one who sees everyone's potential and all their BS.
And there's none.
She and Noah have a will they, won't? Maybe they will. Maybe they already did tension that feels half the drama. Min Lin. Introspective and strange in the best way. Her stand-up sounds like therapy, and her therapy sounds like stand-up. Donald Robert, the ambitious young comic who actually has talent and ego.
See, a lot of this seems so true.
Looks up to Noah, but also resents him for wasting potential. By season's end, he's gunning for Noah's slot. Casey Judson, dry, cynical, self-aware.
How does it get, like, did you put in their personality
I just
types?
put in their names and the ChatGPT created the first note.
It knows.
Travis, the big funny Simmons.
Yes.
A Seattle comedy OG who drops in like a prophet. His pep talks turn into sermons about art, life, and hustle. Always leaves people teary-eyed or terrified. Jakey T, nomadic comic living in a van. Obsessed with aliens. And then Big Time Mel, a former headliner turned podcaster and single mom, now documenting toxic male comics in their natural habitat. Oh, and then also Andy Harder's the villain. A comedian / dog walker who controls the comedy scene like a mob boss. If the mob boss drove a Subaru with 12 dogs inside, he uses his dog walking clients to book gigs, manipulate comics, and ruin reputations.
This sounds very much like him.
He's charming but terrifying, like the Gus Fring of open mics.
Yes.
He's Noah's nemesis. They were once friends until a betrayal involving a joke, a dog, and a woman tore them apart. Throughout the season, Andy's presence grows until Noah learns Andy's been behind the mysterious tapes showing up in his mailbox. All right, and then just to get you just a couple of the episodes, we have an episode called The Tape, where Noah finds an unlabeled VHS tape at his doorstep. It's him bombing at the rickshaw. But the crowd sounds like they're chanting something sinister. An episode, Andy Harder's dog walking business starts poaching comics from Noah's open mic. Noah's kid asks if comedy is a big pyramid scheme.
This is very...
Episode 7, Big Time Mel and Noah start dating. And then this is my favorite. This is the season finale of Dino Dad, and it is called The Roast of Dino Dad. It's a big, huge episode. It takes place at the rickshaw on a Friday night. It's being live streamed. Maria Elizabeth convinces Noah to let the comics throw him a roast to lighten the vibe. She thinks it'll help him face his demons. Instead, it becomes the night everything implodes. Rob Conroy books the whole thing as a special event for his new streaming channel, Mic'd Up Media, complete with a janky live stream and a single working mic. Stephen Michael James reluctantly hosts, vowing to keep it under control and immediately loses control. Guest stars, Mark Maron drops in unannounced to see what Seattle kids are up to. Taylor Tomlinson does a surprise 5 minutes. Donald Robert is a roaster. He goes for blood, implying Noah's sabotaged his young career. Casey Judson screams hidden camera clips of Noah's worst moments from the open mics. Big Time Mel closes with a heartfelt monologue that redeems the night until she drops a bombshell. Mid-roast, Mel plays an old clip she found while editing her docuseries, supposedly from Noah's early set from the Comedy Underground. But it isn't just a set, it's secret footage of Andy Harder, the villainous comedic dog walker, confronting Noah over a stolen bit and a woman.
What about the dog?
In the video, Andy threatens Noah, "You don't know what you've unleashed, Dino!" And then it cuts to black.
I'm going to start calling him Dino from now on.
So yeah, and then it just ends with like a cliffhanger of them fighting. And sounds like a good series.
And then it gets
Honestly,
canceled.
This sounds like a great series. This sounds like it should be on True TV or
it could be on something like
Freeform,
there's so many channels.
UPN. I don't know if that one's still
public access. They would definitely be on that.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no. Anyways, I have ideas for this podcast. Like even if we don't have people come over, like I'm gonna build these little ideas of like segments. I've been there's some. As cheesy as it is, there's certain segments that other podcasts do that I like. I like the clips. I like where they pull out like a photo.
Yeah.
Like, explain this photo,
No, I think that's good.
Yeah.
You got to do stuff that works.
Yeah. And then, I don't know.
So copy stuff
News.
for sure.
Yes, we're going to copy everybody. We are
I think,
comedians.
yeah, definitely. Like, I don't want to do another hot pepper challenge. I actually think I might die. Like, I feel like.
When did you do that? Was that on the podcast?
No, I just did it at Jesse's house. Like, they did it on the podcast, the hot
yeah,
challenge,
yeah.
and then I did it later. And I actually thought I might have to go to the hospital. And I feel like my stomach's gotten way more torn up since then. And then, like, my heart was like pounding. And a kid died like a week later doing it. So I just don't think I could do that. But I would do we could do smelling salts.
Well, Robert Pinner, he asked me to do this show. It was like called Peppers and Punchlines. And I was like, dude, I'm like 40 years old. I just do not want to eat hot peppers anymore. And like I went with at the Back Booth Bullies thing. I went with Mike Heath, and I watched him eat a hot piece of chicken, like a hot wing, on stage, and he was dying. And I felt so bad. I felt bad because Mike is a good guy.
Yeah, good Christian boy.
Good Christian. I want to get Mike on the podcast. Actually,
he would actually probably, if he committed to it, he would show.
Yeah,
he's one. He won't flake on you.
He's had you on his twice,
and I felt bad because he is a good Christian boy, and I kept swearing, and also I tried not to, but I just kept doing it, and then apparently meth. The whole point of it was to talk about my meth psychosis, but he didn't want meth, and like he thought that should get edited out. So every time I said meth, it would be his voiceover, and it'd go Skittles. So it's like, I was doing Skittles, and then
Taste of the Rainbow.
Yeah,
that's
so
a weird taste in the rainbow.
But I was like, dude, I feel bad now because I didn't realize, like, that's a lot of editing. He might not want me back ever again because he's like, I'm gonna have to like edit out Rob like crazy.
Well, it's he doesn't really do it that consistently. Even this podcast isn't that consistent. But it doesn't matter. We post when we want to post. But I think I'm going to start trying to commit to like a schedule. Because I don't know. I mean, we have fans. We do. They're not a lot, but they are loyal. And
sure.
I've heard like random people just that I meet in Tacoma, and they're like, "Oh, I really like your podcast." I'm like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, no, I mean,
so
I talk a lot of shit.
Leave a comment
because I'm depressed. But no, I think, and like I was thinking about it today. If some weird thing happened and I like, you, me, us, so we like blew up and became more viral, and had to do this more and made money and stuff, I don't think my life would really change from what it is. Like I already have fans, not many, but I have, they exist. And like, I just sort of do what I do. And so I don't think that my life would be, it would just sort of be like my life now, but I'd probably have more money and nicer things, but it wouldn't be like the same amount of drama, like the same amount of podcasting, maybe more. But it wouldn't like, nothing would change much. So now I just sort of pretend I'm like, I already am a viral success.
Question. Is Tony Hinchcliffe gay?
So he's at Skankfest. He like made a lot of jokes where he's like, well, I'm gay. Yeah. And, obviously he's being sarcastic, but I think he's gay.
You think so?
I think he's bi. Well, here's why. Because when Zach Amico was blacked out drunk at the Naked Roast, he was like, come here, let me kiss her. I'll kiss your penis. Not to Tony Hinchcliffe. It was just one of the naked guys. And then he kissed the tip of a guy's penis. And at that moment, and they're all naked. And I just realized like how degenerate they all are. And I was like, I bet you that they're doing gay shit. Like even if, because the whole thing, like I said, it felt like a ritual. And so I was like, they might even be doing gay stuff just to get fame. Like they might not actually be gay, but I know that like those guys are doing gay stuff. There's too many jokes. And
my problem with it is I don't have a problem what you want to do, but the fact is it's Austin. There's a lot of humidity, sweaty, the smells. Yeah. I just don't want any part of those.
No, I mean, that's a very logical reason. And my thing about it even more is that, if they are gay, they're also homophobic. So, and which goes hand in hand. But that's more like I'd rather you. When are the like? It's really disappointing because every homophobic guy I know ends up being gay. Yeah, and I'm like, what? This sucks. Like, where are the actual cool homophobics? Why can't there be a cool homophobic who's like slaying pussy? You know?
Well, they're not in Seattle, that's for sure. How long have we been going?
We made it.
Hey, we did. Sweet, nice. Right now, I really got nothing going on. I was supposed to have a show on the 20th, but then the guy that set it up hasn't really got back to me, so I don't think it's going to happen, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like, nothing matters, man.
Nothing. I think I might go to Bellingham on Thursday because they do their once a month mic there, and one Keon Larry is going to be featuring, so it'd be kind of fun to roll up and surprise him. You know, well, yeah, and
I didn't say a bad word.
Yes.
I said
yes. It's part of his set. Actually, it's part of his joke.
Well, yeah. Here's the I actually texted him because when I had my taxes done, there's this Asian doing my taxes, and she was clearly new, and so she called her mom in because it's like a family-owned Asian tax place, and so they're like pointing at the screen like, oh no, niga. So I texted Keon and I said, hey, they're saying niga. These Asians are saying niga at the tax place I'm at. What's what kind of Asians are they again? And then he told me. So it's the Asians that say niga are Taiwanese. Yeah, I said these Asians are working on my taxes, and they said niga like 7 times in a row. What type of Asian is this again? And he goes, Taiwanese. So thank you.
Well, they got a lot to worry about. You know, China's about to take them over. Yeah. You know, they don't recognize them as a country.
Yeah.
That's you learn. You learn here on the Comedy Simp Podcast. You know?
China was not like, niga, please, can we have your country? They're just like, niga, we taking this stuff.
Yeah. we need a really good white slang, like that you know, like cracker is just not good enough.
Nah,
you know?
it's lame.
And it's just
I mean, Sis, what about Sis? Do you like Sis?
I don't even.
Your Sis. It's not a white, but
yeah,
they're always like Sis white man. You know, because I remember
Sis.
Sis. Because I remember Sis is cooler. I think. Yeah. Like, we got the Sis, bro. I got the Riz and the Sis. I'm a Sis with the Riz.
It's weird how Sis is like, it means straight, but it also is like, you feminine bitch. You know?
I just remember people would complain about it. They're like, gay people, they got to choose, like everyone got to choose their own term, but we didn't. No guy chose. We didn't choose Sis. Somebody told us we're Sis.
Yeah.
Sissy ass bitch, bissy. Pussy.
What should we do next, though? Nate Jackson's. I'm going to go back down there.
Robbie Schrader has going to be on the You Look Like show.
Oh, Robbie Schrader, friend of the show. Yes, shout out Robbie. He actually said he wants to come out here and do a pod. So maybe when I can get the TV working again.
Yeah.
I have a lot of clips saved up. And then I don't know. It's a pain in the ass to try and go out of your way and do a podcast, and then people don't show up. Bet, dude. But there's a couple.
We talked you through it.
There's a couple people down south that I might go out of my way for, just because I have a spot that I could use. But for the most part, if comics are cool and they want to actually make the trip up here, hit me up. But there's certain people, like I said, that keep saying yeah, and I'm like, I love you, and we'll do it eventually, but I want to get some new people in here. You know, I want to get some new, or none at all. We get no comics. Yeah. We just do our invisible friends, huh? And then I'll start calling famous comics, and then we'll just do Zooms with them, huh?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Or not even famous, just like ones that are up and coming that will do a Zoom, like Peyton Ruddy. I like that guy. Have you seen him?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll send you. Put him, and then we can tag him.
Yeah.
Right? He's actually very funny. Big dude. He's like Brandon White, but not just Brandon White sized. That's about it.
I know this guy named Ryan Joseph is really funny, and he was on Kill Tony for a while. It's so funny. I watched a video yesterday where it's talking about how he was on Kill Tony for a while, and then during COVID, he had some anti-vax type stuff, and then they were like, he's like, oh, I guess I'm banned off the show now, and because they were it's all new.
Yeah.
And then he never came back, but he's a super funny guy. Like, and he just got on a show on the Comedy Store with like, you know, all those big names, you know, like fucking Sebastian and Bobby Lee, and all those guys. But he's like a really dark one-liner type dude.
He's
kind of like
guy.
a Jeselnik type humor. And should we let's give out some shout outs before the end, huh? Who should we shout out this week? Johnny Love.
Oh yeah.
Johnny Love.
We miss you. Tag
Been a
him,
while.
tag him.
And then Ahmed Goyo.
Yeah.
DOT.
We could shout out to Koa Davis because she's going to do her first set.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she wrote 4 minutes.
All
so
right.
We'll put her on.
And then she'll immediately get booked on like 50
that's what I was
shows.
going to say. I was like, if you actually start going and like not just with me, you separate yourself from me and just go.
Yeah.
You'll probably get on way more shows than me.
Yeah.
Not even like probably.
And if she wants to do like she does the comedy class at like Club Comedy or like Laughs.
I don't know how like interested. Maybe she will. Maybe she. I mean, I was surprised that she even wanted to do it at all. But yeah, like that would be.
It's a
that
thrill,
would actually be
man.
funny.
Why wouldn't you? You know,
yeah, I would. This, and I wouldn't even be mad about this, but I think it would be hilarious if she actually was good, and then got like actually way better than me, and then was successful. I think that would be pretty funny, and like that's how my life works too. So
well, that's kind of like what I was thinking with. I did the show this weekend, and Julie Zach was on it. And the reason the first time I met Julie Zach was she was on a date with Dino Dad, and he brought her to the Shanghai Room, and he brought her to the A1 Hop Shop. And not saying that she's better than him, but she is definitely busier than him. That's for sure. Literally, she left the show to go to another show. So, you know, ladies are busy these days.
Yeah.
You know.
But they'll still tell you that it's so hard for us.
Yeah.
And now that if we say, well, you're all busy, you're like, that's because we're better than you and we work harder. So whatever. Women are the only things that I've found that are actually controlling society right now, but still able to trick us into thinking that they're the victims.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know. I mean, we got a lot of guys in charge right now too.
All right, you libtard.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's it.
All right.
Mean, we got nothing else. Look
Boom,
for
roasted.
Transvestigators coming soon.
Transvestigators.
Stephen Michael James
waking
Bond.
You up to the truth.
And then maybe we'll produce a show when pretty soon because the weather's getting better.
I actually have 2 spots now. So
yeah. And that's it. Like, subscribe, follow.
That's it. He's a force to be reckoned.
amazing.
Comedy Simp, the podcast you can't resist. Stephen Michael James, the host you won't wanna miss. From Seattle to the world, his humor will persist. Join the fun, get ready to enlist. Spitting fire.